What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Live Video School stream, the Tuesday stream. And today we are going to be talking about something that a lot of people are interested in, they're struggling with, and they're focusing on. And that is 4,000 watch hours. That's the big thing that a lot of the small channels are focusing on. And the reason why is because, well, we want to get to monetization. That's like the first milestone, the first big win is getting to that. And we've heard, Scotty, that a lot of people, they're not having trouble getting to 1,000 subscribers necessarily. It's the 4,000 watch hours. Yep. Because a lot of times people are getting the subscribers through YouTube Shorts, which we'll talk about, which is fine. But now we got to figure out, how do we get those 4,000 watch hours? And I'm actually going to go through 5 different things that I think it's easier now than ever, but you do have to kind of follow these different things that we're going to be sharing with you here today. So that's what we're going to be talking about. I want to know in the comments right now, whether you're here live, whether you're here on the replay, are you at 4,000 watch hours right now? Yes or no? Or you can even put in there where you're at for your watch hours. Be curious to know. But that's what we're going to talk about here, Scotty. And I got 5 things that I'm going to be breaking down, that we're going to be digging into. But I know that it's a big hurdle for a lot of people, even though you and I both say, hey, listen, getting to monetization is great and all, but if you really want to turn this into a business, we got to go beyond that, which we're not going to go into depth here. We do go into that in great depth in our 100K roadmap, which, by the way, if you want a copy of that, just put 100K in the comments. Just put 100K in the comments and we'll send you that PDF file that actually shares with you what we're following, what I followed for the past 15 years on YouTube and building multiple 6- and 7-figure businesses, but really not just that one small piece of monetization, but really how to turn YouTube traffic into a business. So if you want that, just put 100K in the comments and we'll send you a copy of that. So with that all being said, Scotty, where do we want to start? Do we want to get just jumping in, or did you have anything you wanted to share before we officially kick this baby off?
Yeah, actually, I did want to share one thing real quick. Something just about our week, probably a week and a half. And this is just a little motivational thing I want to add in there for everyone. It doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are as a creator. There is hurdles you're going to face on your YouTube channel, where maybe you have a lot of momentum and you're doing really good. And then next thing you know, you start either flatlining or maybe doing worse, and, views are going down, subscribers going down, all of that kind of stuff, right? That happens to every channel. The thing is, I look at it as a way of YouTube testing you, because it will always come back if you just stick it out, stay through it, and then end up pushing through, all those challenges. And we have faced that on multiple channels. Currently, guys, on this channel, and this is just us, again, being totally transparent with you, last week and a half was probably our lowest of views in months. We have never had these videos get as low as views. Now, yesterday's video brought us back, but it took us about a week and a half to kind of get those views back. And were we upset? Yeah, I mean, obviously. And we're like, they're the same kind of videos we were doing before. I don't get why it's not doing anything. Which we will talk a little bit down the road on what we think might have happened. But all to say, we face this on all of our channels, even the channel that's over 100,000 subscribers. Even after the pivot, when we were having really good momentum, getting 200,000 to 300,000 views a month, all of a sudden we had 1 month where it started slipping, and it did it probably for 2-3 months where it started dropping. We're doing the same thing. Nothing changed. And it even affected our AdSense, which is why we talk about not, putting all your revenue into just AdSense. And that's what's happened on multiple channels. So my thing is, listen, stay through it. Okay. It is a struggle. It is a grind, but even though, like, you might think you're up here, like, it can easily come down here, but you got to stick through that tough part, because that's what YouTube's testing you. They're like, oh, you're great when you're up here and you're doing great on videos, you're getting a lot of views and subscribers. What about when I tank you a little bit and you're down here? Are you still going to give me the same consistency? And I will say, if you keep doing it, it will come back. And that's what's happening right now with our channel currently.
Yeah. And I think also, though, too, it's about you looking at the data that you have, right? Like, you have to start wanting to really understand your own analytics. Scotty did a full video on understanding your analytics. Again, a video that we posted that we thought would do really well didn't do that great, but it's there. It's a resource. It's, you know, a resource that now you can go watch and learn from, and then other people that come in. The other thing I want to say here too, and this is something that we've been talking a lot about, is like, we also want to make sure we're getting the right views. And we can tell on the back end of our stuff because how many email opt-ins we're getting every single day. So we can have our views go down, but if our views are going down, but our email opt-ins are staying the same or going up, we're okay with that. Okay. Because we know that that's actually the thing that matters, that's going to drive the business. All right. The business side of it. And if you're thinking to yourself, like right now, like, I don't know what you're talking about as far as like collecting email addresses and stuff, you don't need to understand it right now, but you do want to be aware of what it looks like. That's why I would definitely recommend you going through our 100K roadmap. 100K, just comment that in the comments, and we'll send you a copy of that. But it gives you an understanding of like what it really takes to build a business, not just get views. You know, you can have a viral video and it gets a lot of views, but it doesn't turn into a lot of money. Okay. You have to understand what to do with the attention once you get it. And I think that's the big thing here to take away. So, all right, cool. So let's kind of get into it here. I did want to do this real quick. I'm just going to add this because I want to just dig in here first. Okay. Before we get into these 5 things that I want to share with you guys, that'll help you get more watch time hours. Okay. I want to dig in here because these are some of our best performing videos. Okay. So if I scroll over here, this got 132,000, 133,000, 114,000, 103,000, right? So these are what we call micro viral videos. Now, these videos, okay, they were posted at all different times of the year. This was October, this was January, end of January, November, right? So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because as you're creating content, you might create a video that does go micro viral. And if it goes micro viral, it will get you the watch time hours that you need. You can literally have one video get you to your 1,000 subscribers and your watch time hours. And I'm going to show that right here, right now. Let me just jump into the analytics on this one right here. This video right here alone, 6,700 watch time hours and 3,500 subscribers. All right, let me go back. I'm going to go into this one. This one got 7,300 watch time hours and 4,100 subscribers. Let's do one more. Let's go into this one. This one here, 7,800 watch time hours and 3,200 subscribers. Okay. And we'll do this one down here. Why not? We're down here. 5,900 watch time hours and 2,900 subscribers. That one made $1,000, by the way, too, which is kind of cool. But the other thing is when you have videos that follow exactly what we're going to be sharing with you here shortly, but when you have these types of videos, they also can continue to bring you traffic. And I want to show you this here right now. This here is a video that was published January 28th. So we're talking February and March. We're almost at the 2-month mark right now. Check this out. This got 204 views in an hour at 12 o'clock today. It got 174 views per hour at 1 o'clock today. And so you can see it's kind of bouncing, right? It's bouncing all over the place, but still over 100 views per hour on a video that was created almost 2 months ago. And if we look here at the watch time hours, right? If I go here, even here, let's go here and let's just say, let's just do last 28 days. Last 28 days, this has gotten 3,100 watch time hours and 1,800 subscribers. One video. Okay. So the reason why I'm sharing this is because I want you to realize that it could just take one video, but the way that you get to that one video is you do need to follow some certain guidelines. I'm going to share those with you here, but you also need to put in the reps. You need to take the swings, as we like to say. Scotty and I are baseball people. Actually, opening day is going to be opening this week, this Thursday. Our team, the Yankees, are going to be playing their first game. So we're all about taking more swings, right? Like you have so many opportunities when you post more videos. And I don't mean just post. And if you're not like learning from the data, because you have to learn, but you do want to continue to publish. And I don't care if it's 1 a week, stay consistent on 1 a week. If you're doing 2 a week, consistent on 2 a week. 3, same thing. You don't want to be all over the place. Okay. So that's the one thing that I would say there is a huge thing for people to understand, Scotty, is that it does just take one video and you can get there and you can get those watch time hours. All right. Yep. So with that being said, the first thing that I want to say, as far as if you are trying to get to 4,000 watch time hours, let's say that you're at 3,000 right now, you're trying to get to that last 1,000. Here's what I'm going to say. If you are, and I'm going to guess that most of you are, and I'm going to have you answer this in the comments, I want you to stop focusing on shorts. People think that shorts, because it can get a lot of views, is going to get you a lot of views on your other videos. Wrong. It's just wrong. And if it gets you subscribers, those subscribers are not going to watch your long form. I would love it if someone would tell me right here with statistics to back it, that you've been posting shorts and those shorts have led to your long form content being viewed. I want to know that. And if you are posting shorts, let me know that in the comments as well. I think right now, if you have time to post shorts, you have time to post another video. Mm-hmm. I really do. Okay. And we're going to get to this, the second thing that's really important to get that watch time hours up there, which we're going to talk about. But the focusing on shorts, it's such a small little bit, and it doesn't even count towards your watch time hours. It only counts towards your subscribers. I think it's 3 million views you need on your shorts in order to get monetized. So it doesn't even count towards your watch time hours.
Nope.
Scotty, what do you want to say on that?
No, yeah, I think it's been talked about a lot because it's the trending thing, even though it's been trending for the past probably 4 years because of COVID. Where everything's gone to short form because of TikTok, blowing up, and then Instagram Reels, and then Facebook wants to do it, and then YouTube. Like, it's just hopping on the wave of what TikTok did. And so now people are like, oh, get a lot of views. Maybe I can get a sponsorship. Maybe get this, maybe get that. But here's the thing. Everyone is doing it now. Like, it's so, number one, saturated. Number two, even if you get, like, there's no ROI, which is return on investment. There's not a lot of return on investment with the views. Like, it doesn't matter what platform you're on. Even TikTok, you can get 100,000 views and get 2,000 comments. Majority of those people won't even click the link in your bio.
Yep.
So it's like, why are you going to put all this effort in just so you can show that you have 200,000 views on a video? And with YouTube, it's like, the whole idea is, oh, well, I can send them to my long form video, or I can send them to here, right? Majority of those people don't end up going there because they're not there for the long form. They're there for the scroll, which is they're on their short form content, and they want something quick, and then they want to go to the next thing. I'll give you a perfect example. Today, I was looking up a quick dinner hack I can make tonight. I wanted like a quick dinner recipe that was healthy that I can make quickly. I was on YouTube Shorts. I was at school. I was on my YouTube Shorts feed, and I was going through, right? I watched the video. I got the recipe. I left. I didn't even subscribe to the person. I don't care who the person's name was. I didn't take any of that information down. I just did that. On the back end of that, recently, I've been looking up like different fitness, like meal prep stuff, right? I'll watch a little more of the long form on that because I want to see all the ingredients like laid out and all of that and how they like process it, right? With those ones, I remember the face, and usually I'll either subscribe to the channel or I know their name, or like I'll remember the name, be like, oh, this is Jesse Fitness or whatever, and I'll go back to them and watch their stuff, right? Short form is different. It's more, it's here now, it's gone tomorrow, right? Mm-hmm. Where long form, it's like more bingeable stuff, you're going to also create more of a relationship where you want to come back, where short form, it's not really building a relationship. It's a quick, thanks for the entertainment, or thanks for the little tip. All right, I'm gone. Bye.
Yep.
So that's my whole feelings on shorts compared to like long form, and what I think the main focus should be on for, especially new creators, which is long form.
Yeah, no, 100%. All right, cool. Let's keep moving here. So the second piece here, once we scrap the idea about shorts, and I will say this, if you want to do shorts, do them on a separate channel. Just create a shorts channel. Yeah, I mean, you see all the big channels out there, the Joe Rogans, even Graham Stephan, all them. They're all doing a separate channel. They're not doing a channel with both on there anymore. Dave Ramsey even has a separate for the shorts. So we got to learn from that, right? Like, there's a reason why they're doing that. And they have teams that are focusing on this stuff. So I would scrap the shorts for right now and put the time and energy into the longer form, which brings me to the second thing. We need to create longer videos. And I say longer, our rule is 8 to 20 minutes, somewhere in that range. Now, if we had a video that we went to 22 minutes, that's okay, right? We're doing a live stream right now. This is not going to be 20 minutes. We're okay with that. It's a completely different animal, right? The live stream. Okay. And we'll talk about that here in a little bit too, because there is a really good advantage that you can have from using live streams. So creating longer videos, 8 to 20 minutes. The reason why we use the 8-minute mark, YouTube basically will allow you to put mid-roll ads on once you get monetized on 8-minute videos or longer only. Okay. And now they are going to be placing those themselves. Okay. They're going to give you that. They're going to give you the choice where you can put, you always could put those where you wanted them, but they're going to actually now they're going to place them for you where they strategically think they're going to perform better, which is pretty cool. But you only get that if it's 8 minutes or longer.
Yep.
The other thing is, if you got an 8-minute video, our average is typically, if we have an 8-minute video, we're getting someone to watch about 3.5 to 4 minutes of a video, which is great. If we have a 20-minute video, it might be 5 to 6 minutes. Think about that for a second. A short, let's say someone watches of your 1-minute short, they watch 30 seconds. That doesn't count towards watch time, by the way. Okay. But we now are able to have an 8-minute video, long form, that someone watches 3 to 4 minutes. That adds up a lot more and it counts towards our watch time hours. Okay. So what do you got, Scotty?
No, yeah, I agree with all that. And honestly, I think the whole debate with shorts and that's up to what you want to do. But like we've even, tested doing it on bigger channels. We've tested doing it on a separate compared to this one. And I will say what I've noticed from using shorts on a small channel, on a big channel, and this is something that even some people in the comments have just said recently, that you've noticed you've taken a hit on your long form when you post shorts. Yep. And we're here to say we noticed the same thing, like same exact thing, which is another reason why we don't promote doing shorts on that main channel. It hurts our growth. Now, that doesn't mean that's going to happen for everyone, but on 5 to 6 different accounts that I've tried it on, it's always hurt the long form. So we just stepped away from it in its entirety, just because there's not even really, for us, there's no benefit. There's no benefit for us. If we were able to get even leads out of it and get consistent leads, then we'd consider it, right? But we've tried it even on another channel, like we're kind of doing it behind the scenes and doing a shorts and trying that, and you might get one lead here and there. Like it's not really worth it. So why put all the time in? Like you said, if you're gonna put all the time into edit, because I know how it is to edit a short, it takes time. If you're gonna take time to do that, why don't you just shoot another video where you don't have to do a lot of edits and post that?
Yeah. So the other thing is there are certain things that you want to do within that video. And again, today we're not going to go into all of that, but Scotty and I are doing a workshop coming up, and we're calling it Get Unstuck, Get More Views Workshop. That's what we're calling it. But actually what it is we've been able to get this channel, Live Video School, to over 1 million channel views in 9 months, get monetized in 89 days. And we've really done a lot of testing. And we have distilled it down to 3 steps in our formula that we are using in every single video and the strategy to grow the channel. So we're going to be breaking that down in this free workshop. Yes, I did say free. It's going to be free, and we're going to deliver, and we're going to break everything down. We'll have examples. We'll have actually the whole process, what you can do to implement it. You can copy it. So if you would like to join us, it's going to be on April 4th, I believe. Is that right, Scotty? Is that the date? It's on a Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
I'll tell you right now. No, April 3rd.
April 3rd. Okay, so I was wrong. It's on April 3rd. But if you would like to join us on that Thursday night, just go ahead and comment workshop. All right, just comment workshop and we'll send you over the details so you can go ahead and register for that. It's free. All right. So if you'd like to, just put it workshop in the comments and we'll send you the details on that. All right. It's going to be a lot of fun too. So, all right, let's keep moving here. All right. So the third thing is exactly what we are doing right this second. We are live streaming. We've been on now for 20 minutes. I'm going to actually do something here. I'm going to do something on the fly. Let me go ahead and let me pull my numbers up here once again. I'm going to go back over to the other page. Where am I here? I can't find my other page. Where is it? Let's see here. Where am I sharing that? Let's see.
Question.
Yeah, that's a great question, isn't it? Okay, here it is. All right, so here I am. I'm inside of my analytics. So I'm going to go into content once again, and I'm in here. I'm going to go to lives, okay? And we are going to, let's see here. Let's go into this one here for analytics, and let's see engagement. 9 minutes and 20 seconds, okay? So this one here, was done March 19th. So it was last week's. Okay. 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Let's go ahead and look at another one. Let's go to this one right here. Let's go to engagement. 9 minutes and 34 seconds. Let's do another one. Let's do this one right here. Engagement. Let's see here. Oh, doesn't show me any engagement on that one. Why is that? Let's do a different one here. Let's go to this one. Engagement, 10 minutes. So we're averaging about 10 minutes. Okay, let's see here. Engagement, 8 minutes on that one. But if you can see what I'm saying here is we are able to get people to hang around on these live streams. Let's see here. Why isn't that showing me, Scotty?
That's weird. I don't know.
That is really, really weird. So I'm not sure why that's happening. Since published, yeah. Well, this one's 13 minutes and 26 seconds. Okay, so let's keep going here. I'm going to do one more. Let's go down to this one right here. Engagement, 12 minutes and 42 seconds. So let's just say 12 minutes. People are hanging around for 10 to 12 minutes on a live stream. And some people stayed all the way to the end. Some of you right now are on this live stream and have been here since we started. That's 22 minutes. What do you think that's going to do for watch time? It's going to increase it by a lot. So I would encourage you, if you can, to do a live stream. And I don't care if there's one person that is watching your live stream. Here's why. Because once you have a live stream and you are done, this live stream ends, it immediately turns into a video that resides on your channel. And you're going to have people that are going to be watching that live a month from now, 3 months from now, and they might be watching 10 minutes of it, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. They might be in the car and they might just be listening to it, depending on what you're teaching or sharing. So understand that a live stream gives you a really good big chunk for that watch time hours. So let's kind of go back. Shorts, they don't really help us get to 4,000 watch hours. 2, we want to create videos that are 8 to 20 minutes long, dedicated videos. Live streams are going to be more than 8, probably more than 20. So that will increase that. Just those 3 alone will get you there faster. Just those 3 alone. So let's move on to number 4. We need to be strategic with our video topics and titles. We have to be strategic. There's so many videos out there from creators that are just randomly thrown up there, not looking at any data from any other videos and seeing how they have done. We obviously want to get the most bang for our buck, meaning if we are putting the time and effort into creating a video, we want the greatest chance of getting views. So again, if we have a video that's 8 to 20 minutes long and we're able to say, hey, another creator in my niche created a video on this topic using this title, we call it an outlier title. So we'll find a title of a video that did well from someone that has a low amount of subscribers, but a higher view count. So let's say they have 1,000 subscribers and there's a video that got 30,000 views. We'll look at that title and we'll go, what made that title work?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of languaging did they use? We did one yesterday that we picked up from an outlier title, and the keyword in there was trick. So like trick the algorithm. So algorithm is a big buzzword for YouTube creators. Trick makes it curious. You're like, oh wow, what is this trick? And get more views. So we took all that, we created our own version of it, and then we put it out there, and it did well. And it's still doing well. So what I would like you to do is focus on, before you hit record on the 8-minute to 20-minute video, start to plan before you hit record on what that will be. It will increase your chances of getting one of those videos that we just shared with you that has gotten us over 100,000 views and 6,000, 7,000 watch time hours and, thousands of subscribers, because we're doing the planning up front. So finding the outlier titles. And if you need help with outlier titles, we've got a little resource for you. If you just comment hooks, we will send you 10 of our top titles that have done well for us. They might do good for you. We also turned those into templates, and we showed you how we adapted them to 4 or 5 different niches. So if you want that, just put hooks in the comments and we'll send you a copy of that free. All right. So that's the fourth thing, is finding those outlier titles, being more strategic with the thing that's going to get you the eyeballs. Okay. Before you even hit record. And Scotty, I know you're going to have a few things to say about that.
Yeah. Here's the thing is, number one, I'm obsessed with titles, guys. They call me the title ninja. Okay. Because here's what I think was the big kind of like aha moment for us that initially started on the Brain Creators channel, which is when we started getting that traction and building, growing that channel to over 100,000 subscribers and really 70,000 in about a year and a half time. And the biggest was the titles. And, why is the title so important? It's what I tell everyone is, I want you to, and I did this in my last video, I want you to relate the title to the impressions. Okay. You are not going to get views on a video if you don't get eyeballs to it. Okay. If you don't get impressions. Okay. Yes, there is other components that's going to help you get views ultimately, but I don't want you to think the title equals views, because it doesn't. The title equals impressions. What is an impression? Impression is when it comes across someone's page. Okay. Whether that's on the home page, on a suggested tab. Anytime someone is scrolling on YouTube, whether it's on their mobile, TV, their desktop, and your video scrolls across their page, whether they click on it or not, that counts as an impression. So that's why you'll notice your impressions are always going to be a lot higher than the amount of views that you get. So that title is signaling to the algorithm what audience to push it in front of. So that's why it's so important to have such a good title, because number one, you're helping YouTube know who to push it to. Number two, you're trying to make it as curiosity-based as possible so we can hit that browse page, which is that home page. Because then when people are scrolling, you might come up. You might pop up there because it's, something that they have maybe looked up in the past. And now when they open up their app, they're going to see, oh, look at this. This has something to do with YouTube growth. Like, heck, you could have found one of our videos from the browse. And actually, if you guys have, comment that below. If you found us from the home page or the browse feature, let us know if that's where you first came in contact with our page, because I guarantee like 90% probably did. You didn't know of us before. You probably weren't recommended by any friends to us. I mean, maybe you were, but probably not a lot. You either we came up on a video suggested or the home page. And again, that all relates to that title. Now, what he's talking about with outlier titles and how we find these is, what I do is I look up titles that have been proven to work. Okay. And we look at these titles that have our channels that have maybe only 1,000 subscribers, but they have a video within the last 6 months that might have got 50,000 views or 100,000 views. That's an outlier title, because they didn't need a lot of subscribers to get all those views. So the algorithm pushed it for a reason. So we find these titles, whether it's in our niche or outside of our niche, which we call a crossover niche. And then we we want to make it original, so we're not copying. And that's what I think a big thing, a lot of misconception is, oh yeah, just take the same title of someone else. No, don't take that. We're not copying anyone word for word. Here's the other thing. We don't watch any of the videos of the title we get the idea from. We don't even watch those videos because we don't want anything to look like it's coming from anyone else. I want my own opinion without any bias from anyone else, any other insight. I want it just to be my original piece. And so what we do is we reconstruct that title. So I'm never going to take one word for word. Will I take pieces of it and then put it in there? Yeah. Like you said earlier, we used one that said something about tricking the algorithm, right? A lot of people have done stuff with tricking the algorithm. It was proven to work. It was an outlier. Let's test it out. Okay. And we tested it. And again, we put our spin on it to make it original. So it wasn't like anyone else's title. And then ultimately it led to views, right? Because these are ones that have proven to work. It's not like where you go, even through the AI generators. It's great that they come up with some really good titles that sound really good, but those aren't proven to work. It's just what the algorithm's saying. Oh, ones like this do kind of good. That's what the AI thing is saying. But
now, with that being said, it doesn't mean that you wouldn't want to test that stuff because you can find your own outliers. Yeah. But what we're saying is like if you're struggling right now to get views and you're struggling to get watch time hours, why not try to just find the stuff that's worked and double down on that right now? Because you're always going to want to test your own, because we're going to find our own. Like we've even talked about that. Like we want to find our own outliers, and then people are going to take from us, and that's fine.
Yeah, and I think that's a very good point. Here's the thing too, and we talk about buckets. If you've been following us for a while, you know that we talk about different buckets, and what we mean by that is different type of title, not content, I guess content, but kind of like different types of titles that you're kind of repetitively doing that is in a certain area. So for example, like two of them that we just did, I'll give you the two that we did that we're actually going to kind of stop after this month because we did a month trial of it. But the one was I tested. I tested where we did all different things we've tested. And these are real things that we have done. Like we've tested, the tags work, the tags don't, not work. Does asking for comments help? Does asking for likes help? Like we've done all these different tests and we've put it out there as a bucket of, or a series of test stuff, right? Mm-hmm. We've done another one of boring channels, which is where I went and I analyzed channels that for some people might be in a boring niche, but it's getting a bunch of views. So again, those didn't perform as well, not because it was a bad video. I mean, if you haven't seen it already, I think you guys should check it out. I mean, I deep dove into everyone's channel that is just like random niches that are getting a lot of views. But just because it didn't do good doesn't mean it wasn't good, and might just be I need another angle in. Because here was the thing. Even on those, I got good impressions. Yep. My issue was the click-through rate. And there's a couple things with that, which we're kind of diving deep in right now. But like, for example, one of the videos I put only got 600 views. Impressions, though, was 24,000. It might be over 30,000 right now, but only 600 views, which is crazy. Like it's terrible. And my click-through rate was like a 2%, right? But here's the other thing, which we've kind of, and this is what we talk about, like understanding the analytics. Like when we go to any of our videos, our whole audience is pretty much between 35 to probably 65. Like that's our demographic. So what our thoughts are, we don't know if it's true, but we're, again, testing. I think it might have something to do with my face being in it compared to his face.
Could be.
Because it's looking like I'm tending more to the younger audience, even though our demographic is the older audience. And when we go to our analytics, that's what we say, like, really study it. We go to demographics. You can look at what average age is watching your videos. And again, 90 to 100% is between 35 to 55 or 65. I don't really see any videos that we have that are under 35 even have a percent. So that's, again, other things you can kind of look into with analytics. I went off on a little tangent there, but that's because I'm so, I just love analytics and diving deep into this stuff. But going back to what you were saying with the title impressions, I just want you to think of it like that, right? You got to train YouTube and you got to teach it the right way. So that way you can try to push it out. And like you said, test things. Doesn't mean you have to do an outlier title. If you think there's a good title, maybe you got it from an AI generated thing, or maybe you got it from the inspiration tab in YouTube, which you just did a video on not too long ago, right? That's another good way that they have really good title ideas. we've tested some of those. Some do good, some don't. It's different things you have to test, but you have to be willing to understand that you're learning from every video. We are still learning from every video, even though we've had videos reach 600,000 views, 100,000 views. Like, we've had these videos, but we're still learning different things because there's different angles into get these micro viral videos. Hey, you're muted. You're muted.
Yeah. Okay. So you had a lot to say there. Just a reminder, we have another call after this. So I'm going to go ahead and
listen, you handed me the mic and I'm going to take over. Okay.
I know. Okay,
and I know, listen, look at all the comments coming down on this because they want to hear this stuff.
Okay. So, all right. So the fifth thing, okay, now that we already kind of went down the path of outlier titles and how important they are and you should be planning, the fifth thing is you got to get good at thumbnails and you got to get good at intros. Like, there's two things there. And I could have said that there's 5 and 6, but I just kind of lumped that into one, because if we have the outlier title, that's going to signal the algorithm. It's going to get you in front of your audience. From there, it's getting the click. The click is your thumbnail. So now you have to study thumbnails. What's working in your industry, in your niche? That's where we want to be. So we're going to focus on that. Then once we got that, we got to get the retention up, meaning in the first 30 seconds, we always try to go we want to get at least 65% or higher on our intros. So that's your retention piece. If you do that, it's going to get you more views. If you get more views and your videos are 8 minutes to 20 minutes long, what's that going to do for you? It's going to get you more watch time hours. Okay. So everything there that we just went through, stop focusing on shorts, create longer videos, 8 to 20 minutes long or longer if you want, do live streams, find outlier titles, and then 5 is get good at thumbnails and intros, study them, test them. If you're not A/B split testing, I would encourage you to do so and work on that intro to make sure that you can grab the attention and keep that retention. So this way here, YouTube looks at it and go, oh, this video showed up for this person. They saw it, impression, they clicked, that's another marker, and they watched for a certain period of time. Cool. Let's show it to more audiences. That's as complicated as you have to think about this. So just keep all of that in mind. Again, the first thing I would say is if you're doing YouTube shorts right now, I would just time out on them, put them on the shelf, or start another channel. But honestly, if you have time to do YouTube shorts, you've got time to do another 8-minute video, in my opinion. So that's what we had to share there with you on that. And I do believe that you can get there faster if you follow those guidelines. Let us know in the comments, was that helpful? And if it was, hit that like button. We'll see if that does anything for the algorithm. We don't know if it does, but it at least shows us that you guys like the video or the live stream. All right. So we will answer a few questions here. Then we do have to run. If you guys are here and you're part of our 1K collective and part of our creators video lab, we have a call coming up at 5 o'clock, which we're going to be actually looking at our students' thumbnails. We're going to be critiquing those. We're going to be doing intros. So again, if you're a part of that, make sure that you're ready, and we'll see you over there in the other private room. And if you're not, take with what we shared with you here today and start implementing it. And those free resources, we linked everything up in the description. I actually just added another resource while Scotty was talking. I have a video there that I did a few months ago on live streaming. Someone said, hey, do you have any videos on live streaming? I did do a video showing you what we use, how we kind of get everything set up and started. It's not that hard. Someone also asked what we're using. We're using StreamYard. And if someone has said, wow, what are you using? It looks so clear. It's going to depend on your internet connection. If your internet connection is on a Wi-Fi connection, my first tip for you would be get on a hard line. So meaning get an Ethernet cable that's coming from your modem and then just get it to go directly into your computer. That would be the first thing I would do. And then also you can just check your speed test, make sure that you're getting a decent upload. It's not the download when you're streaming, it's upload. So that's what we're using for that. I would definitely encourage you to do that because I think it'll definitely help you and get decent. Grumpy Dad says with text says get decent 4K cameras. I don't have a 4K camera. It's doing okay. I think my one upstairs is, but I don't think I run it in 4K. I think it gets too hot for the one up in the podcast studio, and a lot of stuff I use on the iPhone. So you can, but I wouldn't overcomplicate it. You don't need it, but if you have it, if you want to use it, go for it. So let's see here. We did have some questions, Scotty.
Yep.
Okay.
What do I do with 40,000 subscribers and not 4,000 watch time hours? Put more videos out. Long form videos. Videos.
Where'd the 4,000 subscribers come from? I'm going to guess they came from shorts.
Well, that's what he said in the next question. Should I subscribe to YouTube? Here's the thing. Even if, okay, those were all from shorts, which I'm assuming they probably came from shorts. Okay. I would just train the algorithm now to only do long form content. So this is going to be a process. It might take a month, might take 2 months of being consistent. Especially depends on how many videos you put out there. But I'll give you a perfect example. When we started this channel, even though this was a brand new channel, we started it with shorts. We did probably 15 or 16 shorts. Okay. One a day. Yep. So it took us after that about from the start day while we were doing long form as well. It took us probably a month and a half to have our first video went micro viral. That wasn't even really that big. Probably 2 months till we had our first actual video kind of take. And that was started with shorts where we kind of, it was killing our long form. I mean, guys, we were getting 50 views maybe on a video after a week. We weren't even getting 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 impressions.
I mean, here, look at this. I use shorts to get my 1,000 subscribers, but it hurt my views. I only average about 25 views with 1,011 subscribers. Point, exactly. Okay. We hear that all the time.
About watch hours, I was recently notified by YouTube that I had achieved 2,000 watch hours. But when I look at the analytics in studio, still shows 1,500. Often the numbers don't sync. Yeah, they're usually behind a little bit. You can kind of do it manually yourself, and then it should catch up. I will also say, depending on how old some of the videos are, I mean, it's the last 365. So if 364, you had 200, and then 2 days later you go and look and they're 200, you're down. It's because it's out of that 365 range. It has to be 4,000 in that 365 range. So if it's not, that could be a reason too. If maybe it's older videos that you have majority of your watch hours, could be from that as well. What are your thoughts about doing vertical lives to reach 4,000 watch hours? Don't do it. I don't know the whole thing on that. Okay, so I'd have to do some research, and maybe I'll do that after this. On if vertical lives even help you with watch hours, because I believe it comes up as a shorts live.
I think it goes on the shorts shelf.
So it goes on the shorts feed, which would ultimately mean that it doesn't count towards watch hours.
And why do it in vertical? That would be my question. Like, what's the point in doing it vertically?
Well, here's the thing. The shorts feed, the vertical lives, I will say, get a lot more views, but they're not good views. I mean,
that's what I mean. Like, we don't want to do that.
No.
So I wouldn't do it. I would do the horizontal, and I would do the live stream that way. I would, the gratification of going like, yeah, but I got 4,000 views on it's a shorts view. And how long did those people stick around for a 10-minute video if you were doing that? So I would just go horizontally.
I've noticed a lot of titles that have hate in them do well. Oh yeah, probably anything that is a negative title will typically do better than a positive one. And it just depends on what it is. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that did that, because it has a negative spin towards it.
Yep.
And that's with any title. We've noticed on multiple channels. How do you find the outlier? Do you use vidIQ or a different software? This has been a good live stream. Oh, well, appreciate you coming to the live stream, and thanks for the support. How do I find them? I manually go through and kind of search them. I have a whole system. We've done it in our workshop, our titles to view workshop, which is on our website. If you go to our website, I don't have enough time to really tell you exactly how I do it. It's literally just manually kind of going in, filtering a couple of the tabs, and then kind of just searching it through. And you're also kind of training your page to end up, when you go to your home page, you scroll, you'll start getting those outlier titles. It's a whole process I follow. But once you have that process down, it's pretty much like every day I can just get outlier titles kind of coming in.
And I will
without
say
doing the
this,
research.
there is a tool that we are going to be exploring that I used a while back, but it's actually evolved, and we're going to probably do probably a tutorial on it if we find that it's useful, which I'm pretty sure it will be. So once we have some more, intel on that, we'll let you know. But the vidIQ, 1 of 10, what's the other one? View stats, any of those, they're okay, but a lot of times it gives you a lot of garbage that's not even related. So to me, you're still doing the same amount of work. You'd rather just do it the manual way. And that's what Scotty's been doing. But there is a tool that we are exploring that I think is going to be able to help us speed this up and maybe find some additional ones. But I don't think anything will ever beat the manual process. Let's answer a couple more, Scotty, then we got to jump.
Yep. Thank you so much. Was feeling like giving up today. Just a down day. I need 11 more to be able to go live. Feels like I'm not getting anywhere. Well, you got this. All right. This is your little motivation, right? Go out there, and you're only 11 away. You're not that far. Okay. But don't even worry about the going live. I would just keep posting videos. Okay. Keep posting those videos. You're going to get the subscribers coming in. Just keep, again, what we talked about today. Focus on that title, find an outlier title, use the hooks document if you haven't used it. And if you guys haven't already, comment hooks and we'll send you that. Get that hooks document, use one of those titles, make a good thumbnail. I wouldn't worry about having to go live yet. I would just get to, whatever goal it is. If it's 50 subscribers right now, 100 subscribers, you can easily do that, but just keep being consistent with your videos. But don't give up. You're going to figure it out. Just find your lane and go for it. Can we still survive? Long form have gone down. Yeah, stop posting your shorts, and just like we said earlier, just start feeding the algorithm long form content. It's going to take some time, but it will come around. We've done this on multiple channels where we've tested the shorts. It killed our long form. Then we went over to long form, and we made sure not to put one short in there the entire time. We were focused on long form, and within like a month, we were able to kind of get that traction back. Yep. I had one last one I wanted.
One last one.
And there was a new one that came in. I don't know if I see it. I noticed most of my viewers are new viewers. Does that affect the performance of my videos that my subscribers don't watch as much? No. I'd say if you see new viewers, that's great. You want to get new viewers, and you should be seeing that, a good percentage is new viewers. So that means YouTube's pushing you out to a broader audience. If it's just subscribers seeing your stuff or people that are returning seeing your videos, that's good. But the new viewers is helping you really get a push, which is going to ultimately grow your channel.
Yep. All right, cool. So let's wrap this up. If you guys want any of the resources, we're going to drop them in the description. I definitely would encourage you to join us for our upcoming workshop. It is free, no charge. Scotty and I are going to show up. We're going to teach for about 60 minutes, give or take. We're going to answer some live Q&A as well. And we'll also talk about an opportunity that you could potentially work with us. So we'll be sharing that as well. So that's put workshop in the comments, and that's going to be basically us breaking down the 3-step formula that we've used to grow this channel, Live Video School, to over 1 million channel views in 9 months, get monetized in 89 days, and being able to just continually grow it. So if you would like to have us share with you what that is, and you can actually walk away with that 3-step formula and adapt it to your style or your channel, we'd love to have you. So just comment workshop and you can register. And I believe it's April 3rd, which is a Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, but all the details will be on the link once we send it to you. So make sure you do that. If you want to go in the description, all the resources will be there as well. And until next time, guys, take care, take action. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.